Okay guys, we're going to jump right into this. We got a small exhaust leak on this car. This is a 2014 Chevrolet Sonic. It's got the 1.8 in it. This is the little 6-speed transmission. I'm going to show you how to check the fluid. I'm going to show you where to drain the fluid, and I'm going to show you how to put fluid back in it. So to check the fluid, you'll look right up in beside the driver's side axle, right there. That plug, I've got it painted red. I've already loosened it up, so I'm going to try to take it out with my fingers. Hopefully there'll be some fluid come out. Alright, so I readjusted my light, couldn't get a good shot of the fluid coming out. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to let a little bit come out. See that run out of there? That means it's full of fluid. I'm going to tighten this plug back up. I'm going to clean that up. While I'm underneath here, you see it's full of fluid. This little plug right here, we're at the back of the engine going towards the front of the car. So this is a little plug here. It's a 11 millimeter or 7/16 wrench. If you're going to drain your transmission fluid, you'll pull this out, drain it out, put this plug back in, and then you'll check it over here on this plug as you're filling it back up. I'm going to cut the video off and we're going to let the car down, and I'm going to show you how to add the fluid back in. Alright guys, we're on top of the car now. I wanted to show you how to add fluid to this. Once you get the plug out, have the engine running in park, and you got the side plug out that I showed you. To add fluid, you will take this cap off down here. It's right here, that black cap. You just unscrew it off there, take it off, and just stick your funnel right down in there, and that's how you add fluid. What I usually do is when I start seeing fluid coming out of that hole down there where you're checking it at, just as soon as I start seeing fluid come out of there, I'll put my plug in, and then I'll put just maybe a pint more, and that will top it off. So that's a good way. Now when you go to buy fluid for this, you know, you're gonna start wondering what kind of fluid, this and that. Just go with Max Life. Max Life is a versatile fluid, and it'll tell you right on the back what all it can go in. You can use Mobile One. With either one of these, I tell every time I try to remember every time that I shoot a video that if you're going to use Max Life, make sure it's ATF, because they sell motor oil in the exact same jug. So just make sure that it says ATF, that you don't just go back there and grab Max Life Valvoline and pick up the wrong product. So anyway, that's how you check, that's how you drain it. Guys, you cannot change the filter in this transmission. This is a sealed unit, they call it. You can check the fluid, you can drain it out, and you can add fluid. So I've just showed you how to do that. So what I usually do if a customer is wanting to try to flush their transmission, I'm not big on doing a complete flush. I like to pull the plug, drain the fluid out, put new fluid in. It'll hold about 4.5 quarts, 5 quarts, sometimes only 3, just depending. But what I like to do is when you're draining this fluid, always remember to have the engine off when you're draining it. And then once you get your plug back in, add about 3 quarts, start the engine up, and then start checking it. So, but anyway, you can't change the filter in this. So what I was saying is I like to drain it. I like to fill it back up, drive it for, you know, tell my customer or whatever to drive it for about a month, and then we'll drop that plug again and change it again. It'll usually clear up after a couple of those changes. So anyway, that's how you change the fluid and add fluid to a 2014 Sonic.